You are where you're at right now because of a belief. We live in a a reality of beliefs, man. You either believe it or you don't believe it, right? First, some of them, they might get defensive at me. And they're like, what do you mean? I said, the things you're creating is based on a story, an identity that is there's a part of you that is driving your habits and actions, and you may not be aware of it. Now they may start to come and listen and say, oh, okay, what is this guy talking about? Let me hear some more what this guy talking about. And then I start to go deeper and I start to show them. I said, look, the reason this happened is because we live in a world that's not truly physical. And the world we live in, it creates on demand, and it creates to our unconscious. It invites certain situations into our life which become physical experiences, such as maybe having what you call bad luck, or when you make some money, you have to spend it, or in a relationship. And we invite these people, and people are a part of that thing. And it's like I say to them, it's like a simulation. And they say, what? And I say, all right, why don't you go ahead and do this? Why don't you do 2 weeks of thinking something new over and over, what you want to see occur? You know what happened? You know what magically happens? If they do that, their subconscious mind, which is used to that old program of the self-sabotage, what happens now, their subconscious mind will see this new pattern. And once it sees this new pattern, it will change. So now instead of like they say, every time I make some money, something bad happens, I say, why don't you say every time you make some money, you get more money or good things always happen? And they keep affirming that. And guess what? The one day they'll make some money, guess what happens? The car doesn't break down again. The negative things happen. They get more money. Or what about the relationship? They start meeting someone that's not going to cheat, that's not going to treat them toxic. And they start to say, and they surprise and say, oh my God. But how many people can do that? How many people stick around to do that? That's the question. That's the thing about how your mind and this stuff work, people. So we really have to be aware of the environment we're in, and we really have to be aware of the story we're telling ourselves. And if you want to know the story you're telling yourself, just listen to yourself talk. Stories are what makes us and what breaks us. You could be a victim story in a character, or you could be the hero in your own movie or character. And that's the point. So you got to ask yourself a question now. You got to say, what is my story? Like, what is my identity? If you want to find out your story or your identity, go ahead and look at your life right now, and look what's around you. Look at where you want to go, and that will give you a big clue what your identity is. And then the thing is, this can easily be fixed too. People don't understand this. You can easily change your identity, just like turning off a light or turning it on. There's no super huge process here, right? See how it works, right? Let's see. Okay, so let's get somebody in here. So what you want to understand, guys, is change your identity, change the story, change the game. You want to change the story, change the identity. Change the identity means change the belief, how we think and how we view the world and our situation. So if you want to change your belief, you have to change the pattern of your thinking and your thoughts and the images in your mind. What you see, what you write, that's how you change the belief. So how do I change a belief that's going to be positive for me? Well, everybody knows. I think everybody here kind of knows, like, what they want in life, what they want to accomplish. So it means you got to kind of choose a belief that's going to serve you. Now, the problem with this is when people think that, oh, man, it's that easy. It literally is that easy. But what happens is, because they're so accustomed to the logical part of their mind tells them it's not that easy. So they don't tend to follow through because they say it can't be that easy. Because what is that? A belief that it can't be that easy. So see how the beliefs can just intertwine and just kind of mess you up, so to speak. So if you want to change it, you have to do something you haven't done before, which is you have to stick to it, be disciplined, and be repetitive, because you want this new pattern or this new thought wave to get into your unconscious or your subconscious mind. The only way you're going to get that to get into there is by repeatedly thinking or viewing or feeling a same thing over and over. If you don't do that, you're not going to build the new belief. The old belief will stick, and the old belief will override, and it'll continue to run your life. See how that works? So you want to make sure that you are taking steps to change your identity. Once you change that, boom. I didn't know I had so much negative story. I didn't know my story was so disempowering, man. I didn't know I was like, I know I was thinking that way about myself. And then he said, all right, let me start to change this stuff, man. Let me start to rewrite this stuff. And then he put some discipline and rewrite, man. Then the whole thing changes, man. And it can change instantly, man. It does change instantly because your subconscious, there's no time in that subconscious mind. The time is only in your conscious mind. The secret to changing your mind and consciousness is to change your identity, which changes the belief, or vice versa. Yeah, guys, so that's what I want to leave you with today. I'll catch you again. I'm going to do another live, right? Thank you guys for tuning in. See you soon.